Have you ever wondered why nipple stimulation is a common part of intimacy for many couples? While people often assume it's only about physical pleasure, psychology and biology tell a much deeper story. Human touch plays an important role in emotional bonding, trust, and attraction. In this video, we'll explore the science and psychology behind why many men enjoy stimulating a woman's nipples during intimate moments, and why every person's preferences are unique. One of the biggest reasons is simple biology. The nipples contain a high concentration of nerve endings, making them one of the body's most sensitive areas. Gentle stimulation can send signals to the brain that some people experience as pleasurable. However, sensitivity varies widely from person to person. What feels enjoyable for one individual may feel uncomfortable for another, which is why communication is always important. Another important factor is the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. Oxytocin is released during affectionate touch, hugging, kissing, and other intimate moments. This hormone helps people feel closer, calmer, and more emotionally secure with each other. For many couples, nipple stimulation is simply another way that affectionate touch contributes to feelings of love and attachment, especially when both partners are comfortable and consenting. Psychologists also believe that intimacy is about communication without words. Gentle touch can express affection, reassurance, admiration, and desire more effectively than spoken language. When a man kisses or gently stimulates his partner's nipples, it may be his way of expressing attraction, appreciation, and emotional closeness. Every relationship is different, but physical affection often becomes a language of its own. Biology also plays a role. Humans are naturally wired to respond to nurturing and affectionate touch. Because nipples are associated with caregiving and bonding early in life, the brain may continue to link this area with comfort and emotional warmth during adulthood. While the meaning changes over time, the brain's sensitivity to this type of touch often remains strong. However, it's important to understand that not everyone experiences nipple stimulation the same way. Some people find it highly pleasurable, while others may feel very little sensation or simply not enjoy it. Personal preferences, individual biology, cultural background, previous experiences, and emotional comfort all influence how someone responds. There is no normal reaction that applies to everyone. Trust is one of the most powerful psychological foundations of any intimate relationship. Without trust, even the smallest act of affection can feel uncomfortable or forced. But when two people genuinely trust each other, their minds and bodies naturally become more relaxed. This emotional safety allows physical affection to feel meaningful instead of awkward. Many psychologists believe that emotional security is what transforms ordinary physical touch into a powerful experience of connection. It's not the action itself that creates intimacy. It's the feeling of being safe, accepted, and respected by the other person. When a couple has built strong trust over time, they no longer worry about being judged or misunderstood. Instead, they can express affection naturally, knowing that both partners respect each other's comfort and boundaries. This creates a cycle of positive emotions. Every caring touch, every hug, every kiss, and every loving gesture reinforces feelings of closeness. Over time, these moments become emotional memories that strengthen the relationship. Trust also reduces stress. When people feel emotionally secure, the brain produces fewer stress hormones and becomes more receptive to affection and bonding. That's one reason healthy couples often describe physical closeness as calming rather than simply exciting. Their relationship becomes a place where both partners feel emotionally safe after a difficult day. In many ways, true intimacy begins long before any physical contact. It begins with honesty, kindness, patience, and the confidence that both people genuinely care for each other. Those emotional qualities are what make affectionate moments feel authentic and deeply meaningful. One of the biggest misconceptions about relationships is that people should automatically know what their partner enjoys or feels comfortable with. In reality, healthy relationships are built on communication, not assumptions. Every individual is different. What feels meaningful to one person may not feel the same to another. That's why honest conversations are just as important as physical affection. Talking openly about comfort levels, boundaries, and preferences helps both partners understand each other better and prevents misunderstandings from growing into larger problems. Mutual respect is what separates a healthy relationship from an unhealthy one. Respect means listening without judgment, accepting each other's feelings, and never pressuring someone into something they don't want. When both partners feel heard and valued, emotional closeness naturally grows stronger. Small acts of consideration, asking how someone feels, paying attention to their reactions, and respecting their answers, often have a greater impact than any romantic gesture alone. Real intimacy is never about copying what is shown in movies or on social media. Instead, it develops through patience, kindness, empathy, and shared experiences. The happiest couples usually aren't the ones trying to create perfect romantic moments. They're the ones who consistently make each other feel respected, appreciated, and emotionally supported. That sense of mutual care builds lasting trust and allows both partners to enjoy a deeper connection over time. Modern movies, television shows, and social media often create unrealistic expectations about relationships. They present certain romantic behaviors as if every happy couple experiences intimacy in exactly the same way. But real life is much more complex. Every relationship is unique because every individual has different personalities, life experiences, comfort levels, and emotional needs. Comparing your relationship to what you see online can lead to disappointment and unnecessary pressure. Healthy couples understand that there is no universal formula for intimacy. Instead of trying to imitate others, they focus on learning about each other. They pay attention to what makes their partner feel loved, respected, and emotionally connected. Sometimes the strongest expressions of love aren't dramatic at all. They can be as simple as holding hands during a difficult conversation, offering a comforting hug after a stressful day, or spending uninterrupted time together. These everyday moments often create stronger emotional bonds than grand romantic gestures. Psychologists often explain that long-lasting relationships succeed because both partners continue learning about each other throughout their lives. They remain curious, ask questions, communicate honestly, and adapt as their relationship grows. Rather than chasing perfection, they build consistency, trust, and emotional safety. At the end of the day, the healthiest relationships aren't defined by specific behaviors. They're defined by mutual understanding, genuine respect, and the willingness to grow together through every stage of life.